Okay guys, let's start making our sauce. Over here on like this little tray, we have the bacon from earlier I cut up, the jalapenos, the jalapenos. Then we have our Parmesan cheese and our eggs and just like a separate bowl to separate our yolks and our whites. And then in the middle we just have some water from the pasta. So we just have some pasta water here to thicken. We're gonna use just to thicken up our sauce. Okay, so for this recipe, you actually don't need any oil for like this part because the bacon has so much fat in it. Ooh, that got hot fast. Okay, so here's the bacon. Yeah, so I've just been like trying new things, seeing what I like, what I don't like. I hope you guys have been enjoying everything. I'm hoping to get back to filming regularly in the next month or so. There's just construction happening in the house right now, and so it is a little bit hard to film because it gets so loud, you know, it's impossible to film, so yeah. Ooh. You guys like my shirt? Stay watch. Oh yeah, over here I just have the leaf lettuce from earlier. I just cut it up. So we're just going to be putting some olive oil and vinegar. You guys have, if you're new, welcome, but if you're not new, then you've seen me make this salad before. It's just a simple leaf lettuce vinaigrette salad. Okay, so typically like classic carbonara has just bacon, like as like the base, it has bacon. But for this carbonara, we're gonna be adding some jalapenos. I know they're called jalapenos, but as a joke, my boyfriend and I, we call them jalapenos, so yeah. Jalapenos. Okay, so we just want this bacon to get super crispy. But while it's kind of getting there, it's like tinged, I'm just gonna add in our jalapenos. And those are both of the jalapenos cut up actually. I left one of the jalapenos, the seeds, I left them in. Whoa, which I can taste the heat. So I left some seeds in from one of them because I did want some heat in it, but the second one I took the seeds out. For those of you who have never had a carbonara before, I know you think like, oh, like you're adding egg in it, like does it taste eggy? It actually doesn't taste eggy at all. It's super like creamy and delicious. That's another reason why I love Italian food. Everything is just like so fresh and simple and delicious. Like you can't go wrong with Italian food. Well, any cuisine really. As long as you enjoy your food, obviously you can't go wrong with it. But I don't know, for me, Italian food is just something else. Like I just love it. So yeah, it doesn't taste eggy for those of you who probably like who've never tried it before. It doesn't taste eggy at all. It just tastes like so creamy, and you get that like smokiness from the bacon, and if you decide to add like jalapenos, you get kind of like that heat from the jalapenos. It's just so delicious. Really just want this bacon to get super, 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 super crispy. And another thing I love about Italian food is that, you know, if you use higher quality ingredients, it just, the flavors just enhance that much more. But even if you can't afford to get super high quality ingredients, it's still gonna taste like amazing. So this would be perfect to like make for like a date, or I don't know, like what do you guys like to do for like your significant other or someone that you're talking to? Do you like cooking for them? I feel like when you cook for someone, it's super intimate and some people might not be into it. Me, I've always been so obsessed with cooking. I would always want to cook for the person I was seeing. But some guys will get like freaked out by it. They're like, oh my god, like she's cooking for me. Like they get to get weirded out by it. They think you want to like marry them or something. It's so funny. With my boyfriend, when we started dating, I would always, like right away, I just started like cooking for him and he enjoyed it so much. I was like, ah, you're the one for me. Like me cooking for you isn't scaring you. This is a good thing. Okay, so these are super crispy. These are looking really good. So I'm actually just gonna completely turn off the heat and we're gonna add our pasta. Our pasta right in there. Woo! Whoops. Ooh. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay. Put this on a little bit, just to keep it warm. Okay, so I'm just gonna separate these little eggs quickly over here in front of me. Woo! And what I do with like the egg whites, I'll either save it and cook it for like something else, but most of the time, honestly, I'll make like a face mask later. For the guys watching, I'm sure, you know, you'll either do it or you don't, but I know like a lot of my girlfriends like to do that. Okay, now that that's separated, I'm just gonna put my Parmesan into it and just whisk it together. So here, see, I just mixed the yolk with the cheese. Just gonna, and you don't want it too hot because you don't want to curdle the egg, but you still want it like warm, right? So I just heated the pasta water up a little bit, and now I'm gonna just dump this in. I probably shouldn't have added that much cheese into it, but it's making it a little bit more complicated to mix. Maybe more pasta water. I think that was. Can I also have a spatula over here? Oh, my face kind of looks weird. Hey. Why do you look like that face? Looks like I have like an extreme tan line or something. Okay, spatula, do your work. Yay. Oh, I also picked these up too from Winners. It's like to cut the crab open. So I was like, that's smarter than using, like, why wouldn't they give you a pair of scissors at like restaurants and stuff? You know how they give you like the nutcrackers? Like those are so useless. They're just, I mean, they work obviously, but they're really annoying to use. All right, let's give this a taste. Oh my god, it's so spicy. Which reminds me, I'll say it to you guys in a second. I'm gonna just quickly rearrange this and then we're gonna eat. Yay! Oh my god, guys, this looks so delicious. delicious. Okay, so I just have like this iced tea that I'm going to be drinking today. Ooh. Okay. And then what we're also going to do is quickly, so I have the salad here. I'm just gonna add some vinegar, some red wine vinegar, and then some olive oil. I need to invest in like a really good olive oil for my salads. Just a little bit of salt. Let's mix. Ooh. Mm. Wow. Okay. Bon appetit! This pasta though, those jalapenos are giving it a serious kick right now. But it's like really good. And like super creamy. I'm actually just gonna put my salad, some of it on here. Yay! That's better. The salad gives it such a nice fresh bite, and the like vinegar gives it such a good tang. It's like perfect. So creamy. This iced tea apparently has no sugar. 0 sugar. Weird. so good. Oh my god. Better. This iced tea is really good. I really like it. Some people on the Me Green video were like, I've tried those noodles before. They're actually not spicy. I think it was a combination of it like me choking on the noodles that made it like super, super spicy. And then being so dry. It was just like everything was like dry. I was like, just like everything. So yeah. But the spicy sauce is actually pretty spicy. If you try it on its own, it actually is like pretty spicy. So next time you have one of those packs, try it on its own, just spicy parts. And I promise you, you realize that is enough spice to make you die when you're choking on it. I need a big straw. Ooh, I got like a seed in my throat. I went to a wedding last week. That was so much fun. It was my boyfriend's brother's wedding. It was so cute. They did it outside of like the CN Tower, and I thought that was just like so adorable that they did that. And then they did like a little boat cruise for the wedding. They're having 3. That's like their first one. They're like official, like legal. They're officially married wedding. And then the second wedding is going to be in October, and my boyfriend and I are going to El Salvador with them to celebrate their second wedding there. And then their third wedding, they're doing next year a traditional like Kurdish wedding, because my boyfriend, you know, his brother, obviously they're Kurdish. So, well, obviously, because one of my little sisters, she's a different mix than I am, because we have the same mom. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, they're Kurdish, and we're having 3 weddings, so that should be fun. I'm like still trying to figure out like what I want to do. I used to like do event planning, and I kind of liked it. Actually, like I loved it. Things didn't really work out the way I thought it would, and that was just because I was super like immature at the time, and I couldn't really handle business that well. And that's okay, you know. Life goes on. You live and you learn, right? But like since then, I've been trying to kind of figure out like what I love, and I love YouTube. Like I love talking to you guys. I love filming. I love editing. You know, I love all that type of stuff. It really like makes me happy. I enjoy it so much, but I also love cooking. So I'm like really right now I'm like deciding between going to school for cooking or going to school for event planning. And I'm not sure which one I should do. Excuse me. I'm trying to figure it out. I think I might go to school for culinary arts, to be honest with you guys. I actually might do it because it's the only thing that really seems to be sticking, and I love it, and yeah. Woo. I have to go pick up my boyfriend soon. from work. Oops. So I'm reading this book. It's called How to Be Everything. It's basically a book to like reassure you if you're one of those people who can never decide on exactly what they want to be. It tells you that it's okay, and it gives you different life tools that you can use so you can utilize the type of person that you are, and that's someone who likes to do everything or is a jack of all trades. You don't have to just be good at one thing. I will leave the link in the description. It's actually, I'll just leave it right here. It's this book right here, guys. It's amazing. I've just been reading that lately because I really don't know what I want to do. And honestly, if I go to school for culinary arts, I don't even think I'm going to be a chef like that. I think I'm going to do something else. But I just want to go to culinary arts because my sister, she went to school, for example, to be a hairdresser. And it's not what she wants to be, but she did it. She got her certificate. She's a licensed hairdresser. And now that's just one of the great things that she can say that she is, you know? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to school for culinary arts, finish it, and then go from there. I love cooking. Since I was a kid, I was like, you know, I would watch Emerald on TV, and if you're new to my channel, again, you probably don't know this, but if you've been watching me, then you definitely have heard me say this before, but I used to watch like Emerald on TV when I was a kid, and I always said, Mom, I want to be a famous chef. My mom would just be like, shut up. Like she didn't care. I'm gonna mix the lettuce with the pasta. But yeah, so it's a really good book. If you're like me, you should read it. And the funny thing is, I would always tell people, I'm like, pick something that you really like, develop other traits that surround it, and make it all as one. I met this guy once at a Starbucks, and he looked like he might know law. So I like asked him, I'm like, are you a law student? Like, do you know anything about law? He's like, actually, I am. We got talking, and I basically told him like my theory, how it's okay to be multiple things. And he was like, no, like, gotta be one thing, blah, blah, blah. But towards the end of the conversation, and I think it's because I was like a stranger, but sometimes we're more open to listen to strangers than we are people that actually know us. But I mean, there's reasons for that, right? But anyways, by the end of the conversation, I called him a negative Nancy and a dream killer, because like everything I was saying to him, he was like, no, 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 like putting it all down. Like, you sound like my father right now. Like, but yeah, so my father, the typical Chinese guy, gotta be a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, we're tighter than an Asian family. You doctor yet? No, Dad, I'm 12. Talk to me when you doctor.
It's so funny. My little sister, she's like full Chinese. I showed her like the clip that I just showed you guys, and she was dying of laughter because it's like literally that's my dad, like typical Chinese guy. But anyways, but in the conversation, the guy was like, shit, like maybe I am negative. I'm like, yeah, I think you're really negative. Like, you don't have to just be good at one thing. Like, obviously that would be great. Like, I wish I could be great at one thing and I'm so good at it and I kill it and I'm known for that and la la, but no, fortunately, no, that's not me. And if you are someone like that, that's great. But I just feel like we shouldn't be putting down people just because, like, for example, people are always like natural beauty. And I appreciate some of you guys are like, you're natural beauty, like, and I accept those comments and I'm like, thank you, like, you're so kind, because, you know, I've learned to love myself, and when someone gives me that compliment, I'm like, yeah, like, thank you, you know? But before, I would never be able to take a compliment because I was like, no, like, I'm ugly, like, no, like, there's so many other beautiful girls out there, you know? And that's because people like to put down because you're not naturally beautiful, or they lift you up because you're naturally beautiful. And then people like their Kardashians and stuff, they put them down because they're not natural beauties, you know, and some people just lift them up because they're not natural beauties. I think it should be both. I think if you're natural beauty, wow, great for you, like, you got being lucky. And then I think if you're maybe not necessarily what the media says you are as a natural beauty and you get something done, I feel like, okay, cool, like you decided in your life that you wanted to do something for yourself, like good for you. So like I don't really like to judge anyone because I just think that either way you should be happy. If you are talented at one thing, if you aren't talented at one thing, you know what I mean? Like neither of them should be looked at as bad. They're all great things. Like if you're good at something, you're good at something. If you're not, you're not. Like, it's okay. And if you're natural beauty by what the standards of the media say, then good for you. And if you're not natural beauty by what the standards of the media say, then that's okay too, you know? But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna eat my food. Oops, sorry. It was so funny. Today, someone messages my boyfriend on Instagram like, I've been trying to get a hold of your girlfriend. Like, I really need to talk to her. And I was like, a girl, right? And she had like a Toronto number. So my boyfriend calls her and like, what's wrong? Like, she's like, I really need to talk to her, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, me in my head, I'm like, who is this person? Like, I've never met them in my entire life. Like, I don't care, you know? Why does she need to talk to me? I just hate stupidity like that. It just reminds me of all this stupid shit that would happen in high school where someone would be like, I really need to talk to you, and be like some high school drama. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it reminded me of. And I was like, I'm so not interested. But it stressed out my boyfriend. So my boyfriend's like, you need to call her. Like, I'm stressed out about this. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, whatever, I'll call. So I call, and I have this one friend from when I was 17, and we're still friends to this day, kind of. He's one of those people that like catches feelings, and he's like in and out of your life, you know? He can't just be like a solid friend who's just there even though you guys aren't talking. You know what I mean? I have those friends where even though we haven't talked in a really, really long time, the minute we hit each other up, like, it's cool, you know? He's not one of those people, like, he catches feelings over everything. So anyways, so it's one of those times where like we haven't been talking, but I messaged him recently because I wanted, like, I had an idea or something. I wanted to hit him up and see what he thought of it. So whatever, like, I messaged him. I had this idea. I wanted to see what he thought of it. So the person who ends up contacting me is this girl who thinks that I'm hitting him up because like they're like dating or something, and she's like trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm like, oh my god, you've been stressing my boyfriend this entire time because that you want to talk to me about this person. And I just died. You know, you have like that one friend when something happens, or like that would happen to you. When she said like this person's name, I was like, it would be him, obviously. Who else would it be, type of thing. So yeah, she had us like, me and my boyfriend, stressing out for like nothing. I'm thinking like it's this big deal, this big like high school over dramatic drama, and then it just like turns out to be literally nothing. This one stupid person who is so stupid. But I love them, but they're so stupid. So yeah, it was just really funny. By the end of the convo, like, me and the girl were like, yeah, like, everything's cool, like, don't worry about it. She's like, you're a cool girl. I'm like, so are you. I'm like, don't worry about it. He's an idiot. But yeah, so anyways, that happened today. I don't think I'm gonna finish this. I know some of you are like, no, you have to finish it, but I don't think that I can. I'm like so full. Okay guys, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this mukbang and I hope you enjoyed all the little things I've been doing different with it. My like videos are gonna be like, wow, a little bit off because there's construction happening in the house, but I'm gonna definitely try to keep up with them because I miss you guys so much. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.